How to look expensive in the winter. LILYSILK have kindly sponsored this video and provided me with some of the items to demonstrate. So for these outfits, and there's about 10 outfits that I've come up with that would make you look expensive in the winter. I am taking one shirt, not so plain. This one's got some epaulets on and it's got some pockets as well, but we can make it look like a plain shirt as well as having something with some design on too. A pair of indigo jeans that are straight leg. A pair of slightly heeled boots, which I'll just take off to show you. Slightly heeled boot that's going to be comfortable, but it's got enough of a heel to look elegant. Drop that on the floor. A camel, cashmere or cashmere-like sweater. Camel always looks expensive. A pair of black trousers, not jeans, black trousers. I have got some cigarette ones. A pleated black skirt. Mine is a silk one. Navy skirt in my case as well. I have a navy skirt that is pleated. So a long midi maxi type navy skirt. A turtleneck sweater, cashmere or cashmere-like. A jacket that is sort of a tweedy look jacket and a black jacket. Hangers that fall on the floor is not compulsory, or are not compulsory. A neutral jacket in leather, preferably, or expensive looking pleather. And a short sleeved polo neck jumper, knit, classic looking. Mine's navy and ivory. Now let's get on and talk a little bit about looking expensive in the winter. My number one tip to look expensive, whether it's the winter or the summer, would be to make sure you've got well-fitting underwear. So you don't want to have seams showing in your pants. Same goes for your bra. Make sure it's well-fitting and supporting you. You know, your scruffy ones that you've had for years, fine for your housework, but if you want to look expensive, new, fresh, well-fitting and uplifting. Also make sure your undies aren't showing through your clothes colour-wise. So if you're wearing a white shirt, then do not wear a white bra. Do not wear, and that's the same with white jeans. If you're wearing white jeans, do not wear white underwear. Wear skin colour. So my children always used to think I was really, my underwear was really old-fashioned because it was buff colour. As they're now in their 20s, they've realised actually, yeah, that's the sort of thing to wear. Anyway, moving on then. Classic colours look expensive. So although, brights are fashionable at the moment, this fuchsia colour, it may be trendy and fashionable, but it's not going to look expensive. Those neutral colours, your navies, your creams, your black, your grey, your camel as well. And I'm showing you here a navy outfit. Classic cuts too. So this is navy, I'm using ivory, I've got a navy skirt on, pleated skirt. It's classic, so the shape of your clothes as well, the shape of your items, classic pleated, get my mouth around my words please. Classic pleated skirt. My blouse, well actually shirt, it's more of a jumper from LILYSILK, collared, classic, navy with some ivory around the trim and a classic cut. So I've added a little bit of pearls. That's another classic element to add, but no, don't overdo it. So I could have put earrings in. I have chosen not to because I think to look expensive, we actually do not want to be going overboard with our jewellery. And so I've left it a simple pearl necklace in around my collar, and then a simple watch, a little bit in the way of bracelets, some gold there bracelets, add a navy bag, and I'm using some classic boots as well, some classic sort of square toe boots with a bit of a heel. So although I absolutely adore my moto boots, as if you have been watching me for a while, you know that I'm a bit of a slightly grungy dresser. Love my moto boots, even with skirts and with dresses. However, if I was wanting to look expensive, I wouldn't be going for that. I'd be going for more of an elegant boot. So with this outfit, I'm using my elegant little heeled boots, pleated skirt that I've had for ages in navy, the navy and ivory classic shaped top from LILYSILK, which I'll link down below. And there is a discount code for you as well. And regardless of the fact that I'm not normally a classic dresser, I think I have achieved an expensive look. In order to look expensive, I would not use a shoulder bag. So a lot of shoulder bags have handles as well, take the shoulder strap off if it's a removable one, and just use the handled bag. It just elevates it a bit, you know? So all these little touches of elevation, overall, although very simple and free, to take the strap off your bag, to add a little necklace, pearl necklace that you have got, to not wear earrings on top of the necklace as well, to tuck in so as you've actually got a streamlined look around the waist, not do that modern French tuck or front tuck. We don't need that if we're looking expensive. To make sure you're wearing the right coloured underwear. All of these things are free and they mount up to add together to make an expensive look. Now, jacket wise, for an outfit like this, because it's a pleated skirt which comes in at the waist, so it's defining my waist, I wanted to wear I would wear a short waist length jacket, and I would again make it a neutral colour. So looking at what I've got in my wardrobe as a neutral colour, I would take my camel leather jacket because it's what I have. It's real leather, it has got an expensive cut to it. Okay, it is a slightly moto style, but it's still classic. I don't have another leather jacket, but if I had a short leather blazer, I would do that. Or it could be a longer jacket or a longer coat with a belt. But you don't want to have anything that's going to make you look frumpy and drag the outfit down because you've got a long skirt. You could wear a coat the same length as the skirt or longer. And do bear in mind, this is my interpretation of how to look expensive. But I think another thing is to not have cuffed jeans. And I like my cuffed jeans. So I'm wearing, if I were to wear this top to try to look expensive, I would uncuff my jeans and have as little fray as possible. These are frayed at the bottom, I can't get around that. These are the straight leg 724s from Levi, and I would go for a straight leg. So I wouldn't go for the modern in any way. So nothing that's going to have an element of trend to it to look expensive. So I've not gone for a flared jean or a mum jean or a wide leg jean or a skinny, just a straight leg jean. So another way to look expensive with a pair of jeans and a top like this then would be, again, because we're emphasising the waist because it's jeans and I've tucked it in all around, I've tucked my top into my jeans and got away from any trend element, and a little tweed jacket. So again, a short jacket is emphasising the waist and neatening the look. So as I'm proportionally correct, you're going to look more expensive if you're proportionally correct in your outfit. So a third, 2/3. Again, a long coat would work, long. And if I can just remind you that if you're enjoying this video, that is very useful for me, so thank you very much. So you could also wear this top untucked as well. It's a very chic length, and it's a chic skimming top. It's not clingy and it's not loose. Make sure you haven't got mascara under your eyes. Make sure you haven't got lipstick on your teeth. And if you have wayward hair like me, I'm afraid it's a case of just keep brushing it. Make sure there's a comb or a brush in your handbag and just keep brushing it. Now, pleated skirt, classic black pleated skirt, and this is another LILYSILK skirt. And I'm showing it this time with a classic cashmere or cashmere knit sweater in a camel colour. As I mentioned before, camel, again, is an expensive looking colour. You're going to put camel together with grey, black, navy, white, ivory, it's going to look chic and expensive. So yes, I've added some heeled boots because although we can wear a pleated skirt like this with our moto boots for a casual look, for an expensive look, I wouldn't do that. I would be wearing some little heels. So I've got some little heeled ankle boots on. I would wear a black bag. And if I'm going to need a jacket, a black jacket to go with a black skirt. So I've got 2 colours in the outfit. And making sure, and here's another free tip to look expensive. It's these finishing touches that make an outfit look expensive. Making sure the jumper doesn't fall at the same length as the jacket. So if it means just zhuzhing up the jumper a little bit underneath, tucking it up underneath so it's slightly shorter than the jacket, that will give you a much more expensive look than just having the jumper on, shoving the jacket on the top, over it, and the two lining up. The beauty of this skirt from LILYSILK is it's lined as well. So it's got a lovely flow to it when you're walking. Looks expensive being silk and is lined, so there's no see-through going on there. And that's another thing to look out for. If you're wearing a sheer item like a skirt or a dress, making sure actually if you're standing in the light, can your legs be seen? if your legs can be seen, you're not going to look expensive. Another way of looking expensive in the winter would be to wear a cashmere jumper. So I've taken a burgundy, which is a classic winter autumn colour. This is the pure cashmere turtleneck sweater in medium, and I find cashmere doesn't irritate me like other wools and other materials do. So I'm comfortable wearing a cashmere turtleneck. It's not irritating my neck whatsoever or my skin. And I've heard other people say the same thing, actually, who normally have wool irritations, that they can wear cashmere fine. Looks super with black, so wearing it with my black pleated skirt and just zhuzhing it up a bit at the waist. So it's quite a full length jumper, this one. It's not long, it's just a normal full length jumper, but I like to just add a little bit of something. So I have just tucked it up underneath itself a little bit. And also the way to do a roll neck now is to tuck it in instead of having the roll neck hanging out. Tuck it in, nice and neat look and finish around the neckline, and add a little necklace just here. That also is a modern but expensive. It's not going to look cheap and tacky. Zhuzh up the sleeves a little bit, showing a little bit of bracelets and watch. Pleated skirt, little heel boots. And remember, when you're putting a turtleneck over your head, brush your hair afterwards, because if you go out looking as smart as you like and as expensive looking as you like with your clothes, but if your hair's been muzzed up from putting the sweater over your head, it's going to ruin the whole thing. And I'm a great one for that. You know, I'll brush my hair in the morning and then totally forget about it for the rest of the day. So I have to really make an effort to frequently brush my hair. Getting in the car, going somewhere, getting out the car door to go to somebody's house, then make sure, again, you comb your hair through before you're leaving the car. Now, another way of wearing, say, my pleated skirt or a pleated silk skirt, a pleated skirt even, would be using a blazer, but because a blazer's long and the skirt's long, put a belt around it. That makes it a nice, neat look, and the belt puts in place the 2/3, 1/3 rule, because the belt is splitting up the jacket into a third. Then you've got the lower jacket, part of the jacket under the belt, and the skirt is 2/3. Make sure that you haven't got a flappy bit on the belt. So you need to actually have an extra ring that you can slide around to tuck the belt in. I haven't got anything at the moment, so I'm holding my belt in place, which is actually not a practical solution. But in this example with my cashmere knit, I'm wearing some black cigarette pants. These are from Marks & Spencer's a long, long time ago. But again, I'm using a high heel, or an inch and a half heel, rather than my typical moto boots or plimsolls. I just wanted to also say that I don't know about you, but I've had many occasions where knitwear's had little holes in. And you think at first it's moths, but then you notice those holes are all in the same place, right? You know, just below the belly button, just around that area, tiny little holes. Well, no, that is where your belt buckle is rubbing against your knitwear. So I want to show you a belt that I think is absolutely superb for that. So if I'm not showing my belt and I'm wearing knitwear or a t-shirt, I will wear a belt such as this that has no so the needle or whatever it is that goes through the buckle to actually create a hole, and no jaggedy sharp bits that are going to erode a hole into your knitwear. So you've spent a lot of money in your cashmere. Why let A, the moths get to it, but B, let a belt get to it? So I'll link this belt down below for you. But in this look, I'm just using the cashmere's polo neck, tucking it up a little bit, my black cigarette pants and a heeled boot. Can't go wrong with that. Pearl necklace again. Now, if I wanted to go out, it may well be I would add a sort of a tweedy type jacket again. So using the one that I used earlier on. And this has got some pink in it. So pink looks really great with burgundy. And again, making sure that the base of the hem of the jumper is not falling aligned with the jacket bottom, so tucking up the jumper a bit so as I've actually got two lengths. Then how about a classic shirt, or not so classic? This one that I have got here, silk shirt, but it's got these little detail here, some epaulets and some pockets, which means that if you're actually not wearing a jacket, there's still quite a lot of detail in the shirt. That gives it elegant, expensive look, as well as the fact it's silk anyway, so that's a bit of an expensive look. So pairing this with black straight leg or pencil cigarette pants, black cigarette pants against again a little heeled boot, just with a belt, is an expensive looking indoor outfit. Now, a jacket, again using the tweedy jacket, and in my case my tweedy jacket is a similar colour to my blouse, the two go well together. And then that is falling so as it actually covers up the pockets and it covers up the epaulettes to give a more classic shirt. Then take the jacket off and you've got something that's got some detail as well in the design of the shirt. Now a shirt like this can also be worn so casually too. It's great for us casual people who want to look expensive when we're casual as well. Discard the cigarette pants and put on some jeans. You've got a very similar looking outfit but more casual. But again, the jeans are nothing trendy. Straight leg, dark wash, turn down pair of jeans. Tucking the shirt in, no trendy hemline around the waistline around the shirt, nothing from no front tuck, no side tuck, nothing that's going to make the outfit look a little bit more fashionable and cheaper. With a coupon code of my fashion, you can get 12% off LILYSILK everything on their website.